Why is McDonald's red, Starbucks green, and Pepsi blue? These aren't just random color choices, they're part of an illusion. You see, color doesn't actually exist. It's a trick our brains play to help us survive. And companies have mastered this trick to secretly control your emotions, your decisions, and even your wallet. For example, what is something you want in a bank, from a nurse, and on a plane? You want trust. You wouldn't let someone who steals hold your money. You wouldn't trust a random guy with your surgery, and you definitely wouldn't board a plane that crashes 1 out of 10 times. But trust is one of the hardest things to prove, as you can't buy it or force it. So companies find other ways to build it, sometimes resorting to manipulation. Carl Jung once said, colors are the mother's tongue of the subconscious. Or in other words, color skips the rational thinking part of our brain and goes directly into the emotional part, giving it the chance to change what we think without even realizing why. It's like when you see a cute dog and you have an uncontrollable urge to pet it. This uncontrollable feeling is something companies will exploit through blue logos, blue outfits, and even blue chairs. Blue tricks our brains into feeling safe, or in this case, feeling trust. But how can a single color really do this? You see, our brains are wired to associate certain colors with specific emotions based on survival instincts. The blue sky has always signified clear weather, meaning safety from storms. Calm blue waters like the ocean signaled it was safe to be in, compared to rougher, darker waves. And over time, our brains linked the color blue with feelings of calm and security, because these were the things that kept us safe. So realize that these logos, outfits, and chairs, they're all carefully colored to subconsciously make you feel a certain way. A way that makes you want to do business with them. That's why blue is in places where you need trust the most, like on an app that knows more about you than you might realize. It takes on average 1 hour to read Facebook terms of service, and by agreeing, you're letting Facebook track your location, use facial recognition, and even keep your data after you delete the app. If someone were to hack their servers and access your information, they could essentially become the online version of you, gaining access to your messages, bank accounts, and even your home address. This is all information you wouldn't give to someone or something you don't trust, especially since their average user is the type to be cautious online. Facebook needs to make sure you feel safe on their app, so besides claiming they keep your data secure, they use the color blue to subconsciously create that sense of trust. Now compare that to Instagram, whose young audience is focused on instant excitement and quick attention rather than their online safety. That's why you won't see much blue in the app. Instead, Instagram uses red logos, red hearts, red notifications. Instagram is not trying to build trust, it's trying to create urgency, triggering excitement and giving users what they crave, instant engaging content. But how exactly is red so good at triggering these emotions? The answer goes back to our early kind. For cavemen, red was everywhere. Red could mean blood, it could mean ripe fruit, fresh meat, or even a potential mate showing interest in you. Even the lack of red in someone's face could mean they were sick. The point is, red always signified something urgent or something to look out for. Those who reacted to red had an advantage, while those who didn't survive. This left the red spotting gene to be passed down generation to generation. In fact, this instinct still works on us today. Red doesn't just make us pay attention, it can make us feel hungry, triggering our ancient desire for food. So red makes us stop and it makes us hungry. Why do you think 80% of fast food brands like McDonald's use red? Imagine McDonald's in other colors. None would stand out or look as appetizing as its current. But if red is that important to their logo, then yellow must be too. So what does the yellow mean? We're taught that yellow represents the sun, smiley faces, lightning, and bananas. Yellow brings energy and happiness, much like red but with less urgency. It's like how yellow means slow rather than stop. But like red, yellow also gave us a reason to be hungry. That's why golden french fries look so tempting, and ketchup and mustard on a hot dog is so appetizing. But these condiments, they didn't always look like this. This is ketchup, real ketchup, before adding any dyes to make it look good, while this is mustard. Both look like something you would find in a bathroom, yet they taste the same as your regular condiments. The difference is how unappetizing it is to our eyes. It's kinda like how you wouldn't eat brownies shaped like this. So dyes are added to look more appetizing. The red in ketchup tells you to stop and be hungry, while the yellow is saying happiness. In other words, the McDonald's logo is trying to say, stop for quick happiness. This is why red and yellow dominate the food industry. They're simply just too powerful. But because we see these colors so often, they usually don't have the same effect as they once did. However, there's one much rarer color that still holds its original power. 3,000 years ago, purple came from the Murex sea snail. The problem is, those snails live 30 feet underwater, and this was before oxygen tanks, meaning divers held their breath to collect just a drop of dye. This made purple worth more than gold, so only the kings and the rich could afford it. Fast forward 2,000 years and now there was enough dye for everyone, but the Roman higher-ups decided to keep it all to themselves, even making it illegal for any normal citizen to wear it. They feared that if everyone wore it, it would no longer mean royalty. Purple was a luxury to the Aztecs, the ancient Egyptians, the Byzantine Empire, and many more. But over time, the color became easier to harvest, and eventually they couldn't stop people from wearing it, making it a more common color. But the thought of purple being a luxury royal color still sticks with us to this day, just like how the color gold is still associated with wealth. For example, let's say you receive 2 birthday cards, one from Hallmark and the other from Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree one is flimsy and cheap, reinforcing this brand with a negative feeling. But the Hallmark card, it's sturdy and has a premium feel to it. This is going to leave you associating their brand with quality products, while subconsciously teaching you that the color purple is of quality and royalty. This is especially important for a company like FedEx. Think about it, what are the 2 things you want most with your package? First, you want a premium service, not a lousy one. But what's the second thing you want? What does the orange mean? Orange fire keeps you warm. The sun when it's just right is orange. Warmth makes you feel cozy, and that warmth often comes from orange light. That's why living rooms and bedrooms use soft orange tones to create a safe, cozy feeling. But orange is also super versatile, from Hermes luxury handbags that scream confidence to hot Cheetos which show immatureness. You see, orange combines the energy of red and the happiness of yellow, allowing for an even greater combination of emotions. And when a color is shown with different elements, it can completely change how you perceive it. Just look at Garfield, Tigger, and Nemo. They all have playful and soft personalities, which makes the orange seem childish. But change the context to a man who fights battles to protect Earth, and now orange shows confidence. So with the professional font and premium feeling we feel with FedEx, the orange must mean confidence. Or in other words, FedEx's premium service will leave you confident that your package will be delivered. Back that up with their 98% success rate, and there you have a company that doesn't lie. But there is a color that does lie. A color often used to trick people into taking their money. You see, green signals life. It's plants, it's trees, it's things that grow or go. But green is also healthy, even when it's not. Buzzwords like no artificial flavors and gluten-free are often placed on healthy green snacks like veggie sticks. But if you look closely at their ingredients, you'll find that these veggie sticks are only 10% vegetables. The other 90% is just regular potato chips, just as unhealthy as the ones you're trying to avoid. Green is exploited, often used to trick people into thinking they're healthy. But when used right, green means hope. It means growth. Starbucks is not only a coffee place, it's a workspace where people grow their future. Whole Foods isn't just a store, it wants to be America's healthiest grocery store in hopes that humans live a healthier life. At this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, color doesn't affect you much and that you don't really focus on it. But research shows that to most people, it actually does, even if they don't realize it. In this study, researchers showed participants different company logos and websites with various color schemes, then asked how they felt about the companies. They answered with, oh, it looked like a bank website, or it looked like a fast food restaurant. The researchers then asked what made them feel like that. 85% of the responses, because of the color. So the color did not only tell them what the business was about, but it made the customer feel comfortable because they knew what to expect. This possibly could lead to an easier sale. Like, imagine you're looking for a place to study and you spot the Starbucks logo. The logo is professional with calm green signifying growth. You decide to enter and suddenly it's all bright red and yellow, making you feel rushed and not comfortable. And then you leave because the logo feeling did not match the inside experience. Now Starbucks lost the customer. So green shows how colors can lie and make you feel something is good even when it's not. Just like pink. In the pink prison experiment, researchers painted jail cells a certain shade of pink to test if it would calm aggressive inmates. The results showed that this pink color seemed to reduce feelings of anger and aggression, and even made the prisoners feel more relaxed. But this just raises the question, why did pink have this strong calming effect on these seemingly tough inmates? You see, healthy baby faces are normally red and pink shifted. A lack of these colors usually indicated your child was sick and needed nurturing. And during caveman times, who would usually nurture people? The woman. Women needed to be able to detect when their child was sick. So they actually evolved to see more shades of red and pink than men can. You would think this biologically made pink equal woman, but if you asked a caveman what pink meant, it would probably say baby, both boy and girl. Even just looking 300 years ago, baby clothes were normally pink, no matter the gender. It wasn't until World War II pink became associated with girl. During World War II, many men were sent away to fight, while the women stayed home to take care of the family. This made it clear that men and women had two separate roles, who each had different wants and different needs. Many companies saw this and used it as an opportunity to target two different markets, men and women. And after many years of pink Barbies, pink appliances, and pink makeup, we just all accepted pink with womanly traits, like caring, calming, and creative. This explains how the pink prisons made the prisoners calmer, because the color subconsciously signaled for them to act that way. That's why companies who want to seem calm and caring use it. But what if those prisons were white? Now it would look empty, plain, and if you were in it, you would feel alone. These are some of the negative feelings associated with white, like in 2012 when JCPenney rebranded and made stores more minimalistic and white in hopes to seem more modern. But customers, they only saw it as more boring. But what else do you notice about this room? Doesn't it look clean, simple, and safe? You see, when things are lit up, we can see what's going on, so we're not scared. But what we are scared of is the dark. Back in caveman days, the dark was dangerous. Predators could be lurking, waiting to attack, and for a long time, the only light we had was the sun, which gives off white light most of the day. This made us associate white light with safety. This is especially true in cluttered areas. When there are a lot of obstacles and white light isn't shining through, things could be hidden. But when cleaned up, we see that white light everywhere. That's why we naturally link white light with minimalism and safety, whether in rooms or logos. A company like Apple does it perfectly because their products are all about modern simplistic designs and safety. But what if we looked more into the dark? What if the prison was black? Then how would you feel? Well, in movies, darker black scenes have a more scary or serious feel, and black characters also have serious or dark intentions. Directors use black to their advantage because they know that to our human brains, the black is unknown, so we think it should be taken seriously. And over time, our culture will continue to teach us this. That's why funerals are black, tuxedos are black, and the president's car is black. Black conveys a sense of seriousness, security, and power. Black demands respect. That's why Rolexes are most commonly black, and Chanel stores are themed around black. So if color really means this much, and color isn't something we always notice, but rather something we subconsciously feel, then how much of your life do you think has been manipulated by what you don't realize? The red and yellow logos, the blue in hospitals, the green packaging. Is your life really in your control, or is it in the hands of those who control the world around you? But one thing's for sure, color is just the tip of the iceberg. The reason why cars have angry looking faces is a lot crazier. Click on this next video to find out what I mean. Thank you.